My name is Beverly Smith. My earliest memory of the Hartford Public Library goes back to probably when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and the library was down the street on Barber Street. The original branch is further down going south, across from where the church is. That used to be where the library was when I grew up. It had a big impact on me because I was a writer, and during that time we didn't have technology, and also during that time we had a lot of rules as children. So the library was really an outlet for me. It gave me the opportunity to explore things that I could only do by reading because we didn't have the technology that we have now. So it was basically an educational outlet. We were taught how to use the card files, so that was increasing our knowledge as far as using the alphabet and things like that, putting all words together and definitions. So it also enhanced my learning in school, which I enjoyed. I know that the library is important for children because it gives them an experience that they have that's an individual experience. It could be a group dynamic, but it's still an individual thing for that person. So I believe that through reading, you can travel, you can explore, you can be adventurous, you can do all those things through books. And also the other activities that they give the children nowadays, the technology where they're learning. They're also giving them not just academics, but the social interaction. They have games like chess and things like that they're teaching the children through the library. It's a host of services that they provide. It's like a one-stop shopping place where you can get information about other resources. You can also come here and receive food. It's a plethora of things that you receive just by coming here and taking part with the activities that they have. Where would this community be without a library? We would be lost. I believe we would be really a lost generation if we didn't have the library, because this is an opening and a pathway to their journey, and it's a support system, because anything that they actually need to learn, they can come here and they can engage their learning process, whether it's through books or whether it's through the internet, whether it's through the resources that the other librarians have to offer them. So it's just a wealth of resources for the community, and it's definitely needed. So it's not a matter of what I think, it's a matter of what I know, because of what I experience, what my children experience, and what I see the community experiencing as a whole. I left the library and I got married at a young age, but I still utilized, not being in a financial position to do a lot of things, I was still utilizing the library, and my children utilized the library. And I was talking to my daughter, and she was telling me some of the things that she learned by going to the library, just because I was mentioning the interview. And she was telling me stuff that she learned at the Blue Hills branch when she was a little girl. One of the librarians taught her something that impacted her. So I know, not that I think, I know that it is definitely needed in the community. I think the most important and impressive thing that I received from going to the library as a child was that I could explore. I could explore and gain knowledge on my own through books. And I have to emphasize books because at that time we didn't have computers. So a lot of things that I wanted to know that my parents weren't prepared to teach me, she knew that the library was. So I was able to get a lot of knowledge that prepared me. And I didn't even realize that my life was going to end up being the way it was, but it prepared me. There's been many people in my life who have impacted me and have propelled me to go on, because as this journey, I've come against many obstacles that I've had to overcome. The only real thing that I could ever remember that was ever stuck to be profound in my life that I still feel is the fact that I have to be myself and be who I am. I don't think it really came from one person. I think it came from a plethora of people, and it came from reading. Because I was kind of isolated as a young person. Oh, God help me. It was a form of escape for me when I had nothing else, so I can't even say it was a person. Sometimes it came through reading, and I love poetry, and so sometimes it was all I had. I was able to just read and lose myself in my books, in my poetry. I was able to begin to express myself through writing, journaling. I always thought I wanted to be an author. Started writing and things just never came to fruition. I got sidetracked with other things, but I can't really say it was one person or one thing. I could say it was many things. And like I said, I did use the library as an escape because I did enjoy reading. And if I needed to know something that I personally needed to know, I knew how to use my card file, so that I could go and look up and find the information, and I could do that independently because I was taught. The librarians in school made sure that we had that knowledge. And if I needed other assistance, I could go to them. So I was able to seek out information that I needed for myself because of the skills that I learned. It was survival for me. Really, it was.
What advice might you give to the young lady that's growing up in this community who may not know how powerful the library is, or the young mother?
I would tell her that it's worth more than all the money that she could possibly have right now at this point in her life. And it's not even about money. But if you want to enrich your life, it has to be a part of it. It has to, because if not, you're going to miss out on a lot. And you're going to have to go. It's going to be even harder for you to navigate through the system without coming to the library to gain the knowledge, to have access to the resources for you and for your children. It takes a village. I was married at 18. And I look at somebody 18 now and I say, my God, what was wrong with me? But I know what was wrong. No one could be prepared at 18 to be married. No one could be prepared at 18 to be a parent, but you don't know that at that time. And then the government is against you if you get married because you're over income for everything. So then again, you go back to the library because you're over income for everything. If you have two people, two incomes, and you're working, you get nothing. It was not like it is today. I see people today, if their income is not up to par, the guideline is now where they could get food stamps. We could get nothing. We couldn't get free lunch. We couldn't get any of that stuff, So they discriminated against you. So that's also why a lot of people don't want to be married, is because of the economical situation. Once you get married, everything is about two incomes. So if you're just living with someone and that's your partner or whatever, then nobody's telling, because you file your income tax and I file mine. The government is truly not gracious to people that are married. When you're in that income bracket where you're in between, where you don't make enough, but you make too much. What does the library have to do with survival? I think it allows you to be an individual. It's a booster shot to your education. Your education is like the basics. And the library is all the extra goodies, the dessert with the meal. It's like planting a seed. It's like a flower. It starts out as a baby and it grows, so it's something that can grow with you throughout your life. Because the tools you have, you never lose them. And you always have somebody at the library that's a support system, so that if you don't know what to do, they will help you become knowledgeable about what you need to do to navigate through the system. And I love them because I see some of my friends and I see their grandkids here and their moms, and so it's moving right along and I love it. It's giving them exposure. It's giving them social engagement. It's showing them an enjoyable side because they can pick the activities that they want to do. It's not something that's mandated. They can select the activities that they want to engage in. So it's like a personal thing. And during that engagement, the activities are common but yet diverse, where they can have their own artistic or knowledgeability come out with the activities that they do, whether it's art or through chess, games that they play. It's unbelievable. to think that it's been in existence that long. And I just wonder how many people during that time back then when it first opened, how many people accessed the library for its services. But I didn't realize that it was that long ago. And I'm sure it was only a select few, and I'm sure it was not as diverse as it is now, because back then, hell, we were really slaves back then. I think respect plays a big role in my life every day, because during the time that I was being reared, respect was monumental back then. Manners was everything. That's all a part of respect. And I think that this generation just doesn't have it anymore because it's not being taught. I mean, something as simple as the telephone. And I'm coming to visit you, and you have a call that comes in. For me, that's disrespectful. For you to not show me as your guest respect. And you're more inclined to sit and have a conversation with someone else. It didn't used to be like that, but it is now. So for me, respect is a big thing. What would I like my legacy to be about Hartford Public Library? I would say my legacy would be, you have to have it to be a part of your life. If you don't access it, you'd be a fool. But to access it, it would definitely be an asset to your journey of life. Sounds almost impossible to believe, but I met someone that was 45 and he dropped out of school. And I mean, when I'm looking at it, the parent is not that literate. So it's like a cycle. And it's intimidating as a 45-year-old man to go and to ask for help, especially when you're not used to receiving help. Or if you have a parent that's not able to navigate through the system, then it makes it even more difficult for the child. So he grew up not knowing. You got to have a fight that's within you. And I think that's something you're born with. We all continue to grow. And I believe that the library, still at 72, is offering me growth through the activities and the programs they have. And they still have all the books. And if I can't get it here, I know that I'm going to have access to get it, because it's like a tree. It's like a vein or an artery. The blood is still flowing. It comes from somewhere. All I have to do is make the request and wait. And the information is going to come. The book is going to come, or the information is going to come. So it's a bloodline.
Thank you for listening to 250 Stories, a production of HPL Studios at Hartford Public Library. This episode was written and produced by Christopher T. Brown, sound by Sam Sigmund, edited by Faith Lucas, and with photography and graphic design support from Hartford Public Library's communications team and the Hartford History Center. For more information on this project, visit www.hplstudios.hplct.org. New episodes release every Tuesday, so subscribe to stay tuned.